Hey, beautiful souls. Now, I was brought up to believe there was never enough. What is your first money memory? Have a think for a few moments. Cast your mind back to when you were very young. And what is your first memory? Mine was my dad and mum sitting at the dinner table and having all the bills laid out, discussing how to pay, when to pay, how much of this one to pay, how long they can put this one off. We had 5 children in my family, and we all went to private schools. So we weren't particularly wealthy, but the money that we did have was used up quite quickly each payday. So what is your memory? Now, these concepts and perceptions are encoded in your inner child. They are encoded in the energy that you are emitting. So often these money concepts can be generational. Shekunjekika, shoštesiket sokonjakamba katoriestekiniaka. Ijote sika ombu utejetekikumba atieshena. Ijukia sakamo. Now, this question or this video was inspired by a comment on my YouTube channel, and it was from King Weni, and this is what the comment was. Thank you, Joe. Just to be absolutely clear, when you say we are creator beings and can create limitless possibilities of reality, does that mean we can all somehow become billionaires and not have to work for money and just do what we love all day long? I feel the money issue has been the biggest source of suffering for many. Now, it's absolutely, I think, a huge truth, a very big truth, that money is an issue that many people think of. And so I am going to attempt to answer the $64,000 question. How can we be creator beings? How can somebody claim that we are creator beings when there are so many people struggling to create wealth or create an income or even create a job that they love that brings in the money that they would like? So it's such a hot topic that I've written some notes to see if I can make sure I cover everything. And if you have any further questions, I can certainly have a look at those. So the beings that control this realm have utilized money as a form of control. I was raised Catholic, and one of the concepts is that it's easier for a camel to go through the eye of a needle than for a rich man to get to heaven. So that concept has been around for a long time. And again, it's tied up with control. If you've got to work long hours or struggle to survive, you don't have time to think outside the box, to have great thoughts, to contemplate the deeper questions, because you're often too tired to even think when you get home from work, or you spend a lot of your day worrying about bills or paying the rent, etc. So this stuff is encoded into our DNA. This concept is reinforced in our childhood by our parents' concepts around money. Now, remember, we were magnetized to our parents because their issues, their unresolved things closely resembled our own. And so we needed to come in and try once again to gain with the wisdom about these issues, and that includes money. Eshukiet sakotoria shesi kamba akuche tsize. Heshoi shoi regia namanya nakayonya taka. Educhike sakotoria shesi se amba akikenionsa. So again, what's your first money memory? How do you feel about money? So on one level, we may go out, get a degree, become very well trained, and have an idea of the money we can earn because we have this piece of paper and because society says that if you are XYZ career person, you will create this amount of money. And what the problem is, or the situation is that within your inner child is the original concept. And this may be at odds with what you, as the aware adult, may be at odds with what this one believes, the adult believes. So the energy that you are emitting is comprised of this one's perspective and this one, the adult, aware, well-read, has been to courses, know what you want, know what you don't want. So both of these energies are being emitted. But these energies exist on a seesaw. These perceptions exist on a seesaw, on a teeter-totter within you, and they cannot be in control of you at the same time. So when you get your degree and you go out to get your great job or start your own business with this brilliant idea, if this one doesn't believe it, if this one saw differently, like I did as a child, watching my parents worry and talk about there's not enough, this one will say, it isn't going to be possible what you want. There's no chance in hell you're going to get what you want. So this one isn't necessarily a separate voice. It is the source of all of the doubt, disbelief, and hesitation around making this dream come true. This, in effect, becomes your saboteur. Ishukia tsukotoria sheshi kamba, uchekea sea, shea sukotoria shesi kamba achutse kikenyana, shetudoria kukamba ati kia tsakatariacha. And these concepts about money, the vision I'm getting is they're like rusted on or crusted on, and they need, in a way, to be chiseled off. That's how much a part of the structure of this reality these money issues are. Shukandaria she tikiki, seketia chukot sike endiapa chia, sukudaria she sikin yandaka, ejut sakamako taria she sakada chetsi za, shojati habachut sakanaria tarekike et sushenza kamakia. Money has been tied to security in this realm. Money has been tied to freedom in this realm. And in fact, the truth is that freedom and abundance are not really meant to be tied to money. That freedom has a feeling and abundance has a feeling and a frequency. And when you tap into those two frequencies and all of the other frequencies associated with financial independence, and you emit that frequency, the universe and the world that we are living in begins to bring to us situations, opportunities, scenarios that match those feelings. Now, when we're earning money or working for a set wage that has to do a set, fulfill a set number of duties or outcomes, there's no freedom in that moment of creation. It is ABC equals ABC. But the truth is, ABC is limitlessly created. And this is another part of the controllers, the way this place has been set up. Shushesi shesa, hushesi sesa, shushesi kumba atije takamakike, e duchean zakamiatsa se sushaniana. So it's entwined also, and this is the next difficulty or the next tricky part. It's entwined with self-worth and value, self-value. How are you viewed by others? So if you have any self-worth issues, if you have any struggle within yourself to find value in comparison to others, it's also going to affect your money creation or your abundance creation, and vice versa. And in a way, that is also wrong thinking, because our value isn't tied into anything else. Our value is intrinsic to us because we are creator beings on a journey of exploration. We are divine beings having an experience in this realm, and that we are children of God, or in effect are source energy. So it's doubly difficult. These are all the reasons why people don't create money. People don't create freedom financially, or create that job that is joyful, that allows them to create an income. So this is another form of the control that's been imposed upon how we think. Ejukamba ati jeti kumba akochetsi jenazianaka. Shea tsukotria shetsa, si kumba eti jekindia toria shagayana kikamba. Ijuteas tukriacha, ze tushta embe konreanda ekuka abati shena. Okay, I just thought of another point, and I've just written it down. So, how do we create wealth? How do we create abundance? We create it by finding a frequency within ourselves, a place to exist energetically. So it isn't money as such, and this is a well-known understanding and well-known concept, that money is no different to anything else that you're trying to create. It's just very loaded. It's just got a lot of stuff tied up in it. So when you think about creating money, what is your first thought when you want to create that money? What is your first thought in creating financial freedom or creating that fantastic job? This is where the key is. This is where the clue resides. So you can work and get degree after degree, or qualification after qualification, get backers and sponsors and supporters, have brilliant idea after brilliant idea. But if you don't catch what you really feel about this, when you say it or contemplate it, you won't be able to identify the whole picture around this desire. And as I said, your first thought is linked to something that you saw, felt, and heard in your early childhood. And for me, it was, there's not enough. So I will create, and I have created times where you'll get a big amount of money coming in, And the next moment, the car will need a big repair. And all of that money will go on the car so that there's not enough to do with what's left over. So this is how this energy can affect you. You could get the best job in the world, but the guy that originally employs you retires, and the new person that comes in doesn't get on with you, doesn't like you. And so they don't give you the promotion that you thought you were going to get. And who created the new person to be employed? Or who created the car to be needing repairs is the energy that you are emitting that comes from a concept adopted and absorbed as gospel truth as when you were children. Ishukandaria shekike tsitonge chakatkakombatse sustanziaka i doriata kumuye tsiken zakama embetukaria shashia sakamia. So another way to view abundance is knowing that what you need comes to you when you need it. So when you sit in an energy, in a stance that everything that I need comes to me, that's the energy you are emitting. So the concept is that you could walk outside your front door in the morning with just simple clothes on and head off on a journey. And if when you are in this place of acceptance and trust and surrender, everything that you need will come to you on this journey. For example, if it starts to rain and you don't have that umbrella, you just have this one outfit, there will be a shelter next to the road that you can go into to shelter from the rain so you don't get wet. Or there will be an umbrella leaning up against the side of the building that somebody has left behind, and you pick that up and you put the umbrella up. If you're hungry on your journey, you come across a tree with berries on it and you can eat, or you come across a person that has excess of food and is giving away food and you eat. And then you don't pack it up, put it in a bag and take it. You just know that as you continue to walk, all that you need will come. And this is the true understanding of being in the flow. And people have lost sight of this truth because it makes us too free. It makes us free thinkers. It makes us live in a place of freedom and being in the flow. So why can't people create abundance? It's because this stuff is hardwired into us. It's absolutely encoded in our DNA. And it is that overlay that is spoken of. So how do we heal this? How do we create what we need? So first of all, you have to begin feeling how you feel about money, how you feel about having enough. So can you take a breath, relax into the chair, relax your muscles, and feel that you have enough? You have enough of everything you need in this moment. Can you find that mind space? Can you find that energy in this moment? And take a breath and feel what it is to have enough. Umboyende kayone nanyambu. Ishtena, indena, uyendendandiendo kayanyana. Huambe nionge nandiendo yendandia. And breathe and feel. There is nothing else that you need to obtain to feel secure. You have it right here, right now. And relax. I have enough. And if you observe closely, you can feel the difference between how you felt before you went into the space of having enough and how you feel when you have enough in this last little exercise, this last little moment of experience. Most people walk around in fight or flight regarding the world we live in. And we live in fighting against what is or running away from what is in an internal concept and perception. So when we are in that fight or flight and emitting that frequency of struggle, 9 to 5, the next job, the bank balance, we are in this fight or flight moment. The place to create abundance from is from within the space of enough. It is a very personal concept, what enough is. For some people, having enough is being a billionaire. And we have seen in the world that we live in that for some people, it's never going to be enough. They keep acquiring more and more money. It is, in a way, an addiction. Now, other people's experience of enough is having a very simple lifestyle, and they will feel abundant in that simplicity. So what is your concept of enough? That's another line of inquiry for you. How about you suspend all of your belief systems about what is enough and see if the universe, if energy meets you in a new point within you. Be at peace with what is coming towards you financially or not coming towards you. Find peace with where you are. You have enough in this moment and you begin to emit enough. And however enough feels to you, that is what is going to come to you. And you can redefine enough as you move forward. There is no judgment on what is enough. There is no judgment on abundance or wanting money, wanting freedom. Again, this idea that money or abundance is not right or is bad or is not spiritual has been entwined into our society, particularly into our religions. As I said, the eye of the needle. And even Buddha abandoned all the wealth and became a very simple person. He has been a role model for people on a spiritual path for many hundreds of years, that to give up all of the wealth is the way to God for some people, is the right or best spiritual path. But where we are going, everything is God, everything is spiritual. And so we are changing humanity in these moments, in these months and years, in the last few years, changing it deeply at the core. Shukshiatsi shinzekomotea shiatsiasia, sheajushaki in the kriaka, indoriashiatsakama, heshushasti zesika kumbandiache, kikezutejiana, jetukriache, sisukiniam batariache kunaya. So take a breath. Feel how you feel while watching this video, and breathe. Breathe and become the observer of your reactions to all the words that I've said. Is this a load of rot? Is this bunkum? Is this new age claptrap? Your reaction to what I'm saying should give you some clues as to why your life unfolds financially the way that it does. Endakaya tu shtakataria chekon sakamea saka. Je tu shtakanaya bukotaria shisine je kukanaya saka. So is it only billionaires that have the freedom to choose what to do with every moment of every day? No. There are some very free people on this planet, on this realm, in this dimension, that don't have very much at all and yet live in freedom. It is all to do with with the filter that we are looking at the world through. And that filter has been influenced primarily by our genetic line and by the religious belief systems that we've been living in over and over, by the societies that we've been living in over and over. Shukayangiatsa sekotariashteki komba atia shukaneatsesi indukia shet sukunoya. Okay, I think that covers it for the moment. It's certainly a continuing discussion, and I welcome your comments. So like with any inner child work, any concept about self-love or whatever it is you are attempting to heal, look at your first emotional reaction to these concepts, write them down, and find the emotion at the core of them, and look at it in the face and breathe it and feel it, and see how reality begins to reflect that release, that alchemization of that energy through the feeling and breathing of the emotions around this incredibly hot topic. So have a wonderful day. Much love.